just me, you in my home. Hey, me, you in my home. Hey, me, you in my home. Hey, I just need a minute. It's just me, you in my home. Hey, I just need a minute.
Why is the development, the revitalization, in your opinion, of West Wisconsin Avenue so important? I mean, why should we care?
Well, it's the future of the city, really.
Look at the geographies on the east and west sides of the river. They're very different landscapes. The east side was always finance, law, stock brokerages. Well, that was sort of the Wall Street and the high-end retail. And this side, the west side, was always entertainment and more mass market retail. And those were the roles they played.
The whole Wisconsin Avenue and Westtown thing, I think, boils down to the perception of four specific properties. And one of them we're sitting next to. I mean, this vacant lot, anytime you have a almost square block of vacant land in a downtown area for surface parking, you're looking at a land use failure.
The next time you go down Wisconsin Avenue, instead of concrete and sidewalk and buildings, there will be artwork meant to inspire.
Now all of a sudden there's something filling that space.
The art is a part of the Creational Trails project, encouraging acceptance and growing cultural diversity in Milwaukee.
What we want to do is create a sense of connectivity.
Closing down Wisconsin Avenue temporarily to install some of the art, including what will soon become a 14-story high dream catcher.
We're trying to represent different colors spanning across the streetscape that represent all the different cultural backgrounds of the city.
And a night market will light up this formerly vacant lot one Wednesday each month.
An art exhibition mashed up with a farmer's market, but all of it happening at night.
This artistic pavilion will host 50 vendors, a beer garden, and different live performances.
Alright, so going forward you'll see that each of these individual pockets, the AVM strip, like the thick part, and then the thin part that leads to the central strip of the thick part. So we're not allowed to actually put like these benches or anything, but if we move it off of the public thoroughfare, we're able to finish that arch. This is the parking lot, 4th is here, 5th is here, and then this is Wisconsin. Come on to the next one. This is generally how those properties lay out on the site itself. So this is what we have to work with. If we're able to get all of the siting that we want and all of the necessary items, this is like an overall possibility of what we could have.
It's getting really intense right now. It doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen. And it seems like I spend most of my day in my mental capacity thinking about how this is going to come together. And I can't get myself out of not thinking about it. It's like a long relationship that is never going to end. We should probably talk the next steps then. The next steps are we have to get the design, the final design, right?
But coming in, it depends on the angle that it comes in at. It may have to be redirected to be one shot, so I don't know if it would work.
We're talking about where the ropes are going to attach from the federal building. We're planning on using these two beams as attachment points and then stringing cable right across from there. And there will be 12 strands of rope leading down to the Grand Avenue Mall, and then from there down to the Skywalk.
Public art is incredibly important to a vibrant and vital downtown or any area. We've seen it on Brady Street and how well public art has worked in lots of other places, the Riverwalk. So public art definitely is an important asset for a vital community.
This is the prototype to prove to the city that what we're doing is stable, that that our concept is verifiable. We're going to be creating, hopefully, a three-dimensional archway or vault made out of these small individual pieces, so that when you aggregate 20 of these down along the entire site, it'll actually create a tunnel or a gateway or like a vaulted archway. if we can get people to think of this parking lot as something other than a parking lot, maybe then some actual change is going to occur here. The two major culprits are, there was a small thunderstorm the night after we assembled this, and it was discovered as fallen the next morning. At the same time, this is the first time we've actually put it in a public space, in a very obvious location that anybody along the street can access. So we're not ruling out vandalism. I mean, the way it looks, you could have easily just kicked out both of these two supports and the entire thing would have come down. If we're planning for hurricane force winds, we still have to plan for people coming in and kicking this thing down just because they want to, because they like to see the world burn.
Days after we first started to finally hear our first drill is magical. The red dots are all the tents, so the main thing is to get people in the forum, the DJ is in here, and then the street will be shut off and we're going to hang cross lighting all the way across the street, and then the beer garden will be over here.
Public art is a lot about public monies being devoted to the production of art, which could be for interior spaces as well as exterior spaces. We often think of public art as artwork that's actually been put out into a public space like a park, a plaza, the streetscape itself, that's actually been funded by taxpayer money routed through one government agency or another like the city or the county. But we also sometimes use the phrase public art to just refer to any art that's outside of an institutional framework like a museum and is actually in a place that people live and work. So there's more of a proximity between the art experience and someone's everyday life. But that's also part of the connotation of public art.
Ice water's $6. On the sidewalks when they start to snow, that won't be the hydrant. Okay. That's what the extras will be for. Are there any down? That was tight.
Well, so far we've had tons of problems as far as what we understood was the strength of the rope and also its elasticity. And it stretches a lot more than we had anticipated it. And so that's where one of the many problems lie. Another one lies within the parapet clamps and how they attach to the wall, the parapet wall properly.
Ask my mama for 15 cents. See the elephant jump the fence. Jump so high, he touched the sky now. while walking the dog. Now you're walking the dog just a little while, baby. Now if you don't know how to do it, I'll show you how to walk the dog. Say, Mary Magdalene, dressed in black.
I kind of want the crowd to help me figure something out. I've been thinking about a lonely thief all day that I don't know, and if any of you are experts in loneliness or stealing, maybe you can help me. So
goes Wisconsin Avenue, so goes the rest of the city. Does Wisconsin Avenue really, to some extent at least, dictate what happens to the city as a whole? The success or failure?
Can't answer that. That's a great question, though. I think we get different opinions from different people.
The whole discussion of an arena, if it's going to happen, I think we're still a little ways away from it. In spite of the constant drumbeat.
It shouldn't be a zero-sum game. There should be, the limb should be supported as a heart.
Is that happening still?
Yeah, go. What are you doing over here?
Change gonna come, 'cause there is a team out there who've been through so much in his life. Oh, do you see me crying? Do y'all feel me?